Oh my God, girl. This energy has been so freaking wild. I can't even describe accurately.
You know it. So what's happening?
A whole hell of a lot. So let's get right to it.
Let's do that.
I'm Angela.
I'm Hope.
And we are Aquarian Renaissance.
And today we are going to talk about the full moon in Aries that's coming up on Thursday at what time?
7:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. So this is what's creating all this crazy energy?
Yes, it's building up.
Yeah.
So if you're Cancer, Libra, Aries, or Capricorn, any of those four signs, you're feeling it the most. And I'm mostly Aries, so it's like I live it.
Yeah. So what is it about these signs?
They're all cardinal signs. So they're the first to do something. They're the first to take the leap. They are strong-willed. Just the leaders. But one's in fire. Aries is fire. Mm-hmm. Cancer is water. Libra is an air sign, and Capricorn is an earth sign. So it's like different energies, elemental energies that we're contending with within ourselves and our outside world.
So they don't sound like they get along too well.
No, there's a lot going on. So basically the full moon is the sun across the street from the moon. So they're opposed. It's an opposition. So the sun is shining its full light on the moon, and that's what we see illuminated. But on both sides of the sun is Chiron, the wounded healer. There's the asteroids, and Aries. And she is known as like another dwarf planet, not unlike Pluto, worse, further out, further in the dark. And these bodies, these planetary bodies, carry a vibration that the sun is illuminating. So it's like these dark energies on either side of the sun is coming up in order to be healed. Because Chiron, the wounded healer, they experience that pain and that loss, and they're able to use that to help heal others, heal themselves, and then heal others. So it's energetic. Like I lately, like I've been running outside or just having to move my energy, whether shaking or dancing or doing something like that, because whether you see it reflected in yourself, you'll notice things within yourself will come up in reaction to the people or situations around you.
So I would assume the situations are going to be different for each person.
Right.
So how does that work?
Well, there's a theme to this.
Okay.
So we have Aries. When we have Aries and we have Libra, Aries is the first to go into the zodiac. So it's the birth. It's the infant, your Aries friend. Like infant, like me. I go first. I want to me. Selfish, right? Opposed to that is Libra. Let's do this fair. But it's an air sign, logically. Aries rules the head. Like Mars is the planet that is the best friend to Aries, and it's the warrior. We're hot-headed. It governs your head. So, but as far as the Libra is more logical, and peaceful. It wants to make peace and harmony. Whereas, so it's that balance between how much is this balance of energy between in my relationships, because it's all about relationships, relationship to yourself, and then your relationship to others. How is the give and take in my relationships in my life? Am I giving too much and not getting enough in return? Or am I the one taking too much?
So this full moon sounds like there's a theme of balance.
Balance overall, yes.
Yeah.
So what we have Pluto in Capricorn. What does Pluto represent? He is the excavator. He transforms, but knocks things down. Destroys things. Sorry, but he's the destroyer. Yeah. Because he governs our teeth, our bones, anything that's faulty in your foundation, your foundation of your house, your spiritual practice, your regimen, your physical regimen. We're talking about all these different elements. So it's all parts of you coming up.
Yeah.
Any relationships, are they based on truth and trust? And if they're not, they will fall.
Yeah. So it's anything from your physical body to your environment to your relationship. So it really could be the foundation of anything, depending on what your situation is in life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But it is around relationships. The theme is relationship. It's me versus we, because it's, again, it's Aries, which is me, my identity, how I show up, my authenticity, my integrity, am I in my truth, versus we, how are we co-creating in this life? Are we getting along? Are we working together for a higher purpose? Are we just doing you know what? And then like, it's not meaningful, right? So it's, does this relationship serve my highest purpose, right?
And it could be any kind of relationship, right? It could be like a romantic partnership. It could be a business relationship.
To your job, your relationship, even to your belief system. I mean, it's like on all levels. Like, what do I believe in myself enough? It all comes down, am I worthy of love? And if you don't love yourself, you're gonna have that reflected in their relationships around you.
Right.
So this chaotic. Now, again, Pluto in Capricorn is going to follow the rules, and I'm going to get to the bottom and turn over every stone to find out the truth. And Mars in Cancer, Mars is a volatile planet in a water sign, Cancer, in the mama bear sign that wants to protect and nurture and care for. So it's almost like you have like father against mother, or male energy against feminine energy, right? Because of what they're represented by. And when Mars gets, when you mess with a mama bear's like cub, it's done.
Right.
So we're going to be finding parts within ourselves that are like coming up to, no, this is not okay. Like, no. And we're starting to notice like patterns and stuff, and the people or relationships that we attract into our lives. And we're starting to awaken to the fact that we deserve to be loved, valued, and respected as individuals. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. We all are worthy of respect. And there's not a lot of that going on right now.
Well, yeah, if you look at what's going on politically, around the world, there's just so much struggle and strife, and just everybody's kind of bumping heads.
The pain is coming up in order to be healed. It has to be seen.
Yeah.
I want to be seen.
Yeah.
You want to be seen. You know, in our authenticity, who we are as a person. It's okay if we're different than anybody else. You know, not shot at or killed or talked about or whatever. Respected. But again, I can't blame anybody else. We can't blame other people for how we feel and for us not showing up in our integrity and authenticity. That's a battle within ourselves.
Right.
So we're battling the battles within ourselves. Like, I can't stop creating right now because my Aries energy is like, girl, this is your time. You need to get up and get out and start to be who you're supposed to be, who you're meant to be in this lifetime.
Right.
Stop keeping yourself small.
So that's your struggle. It's like the Cancer energy is wanting to stay small, and then that Capricorn and Pluto is not allowing that.
That's power. That's power.
Yeah, exactly.
That's power. So it's asking you to step into your power for those that you love. And that person, that has to be you first.
Yeah, I had a personal situation where I think that energy is happening. I was ill for quite a bit of time, and I was homebound, not really able to do much of anything. And I really wasn't thinking about what I needed to do. But, you know, my career, I'm going through a career transition myself, but that had to all be on hold. And then I did get better. And then there was a day where suddenly I felt like, wow, there's things that I have to let go of that I felt like I needed to do out of obligation in order to advance in terms of my career and making money. But then I realized I need to find my joy.
Yeah.
So I felt that opposition within myself.
Yes.
And I decided to choose joy. And I'm glad that's the choice that I made, because I just feel this freedom. So my sense is that we should not be afraid of this full moon.
Yes. Yeah.
That yes, there might be some volatility and some challenges within ourselves, like two sides of ourselves fighting each other. But we have to understand that this isn't going to last forever, and
Right.
we're going to come out of this and to just feel what comes up. I think
Right.
you had mentioned something about you have to feel it. You just
Right.
have to allow that
Right.
feeling to come through.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that only love is real. It's that trust in something higher,
Mm-hmm.
your faith. Like if, you know, I'm saved because I could have been dead. Astrology saved my life. It was just a tool though to connect me to my faith and to know that for me to understand or embody the fact that I have to accept the entirety of who I am. Every bad part has made me the person I am today, has contributed. These big chaotic moments in our life, the tower dropping down on us, the truth coming out, and you know, they're there for us to evolve through them and heal through them. And you know, Jupiter is playing in this picture. It's a planetary picture. You know, Jupiter has a part to play, and Jupiter brings us luck, and it brings us assistance and faith. It says, this is real. What you get here in your mind sometimes, like it's a thought, you obsess about it, you're going down this rabbit hole. Let me tap it. Let me take a breath. Everything I need to know is right here. Mm-hmm. It's within me.
Mm-hmm. So are there any specific strategies that you would recommend to kind of get through this full moon and even beyond? Because it's not just going to be the day of the full moon. That energy is going to be lasting for a bit.
It is because there's a lot. Pluto is making his big transition into Aquarius at the end of November 19th to be exact. And he's been in Capricorn for the last 20 years, and he's moving into Aquarius and will be there for until the year 2043. And if you think about Capricorn, is our systems, it's the structures, not only in our body, the bones and health, teeth, but it's our foundation in our house. It's the piping, and it's the structure of our government. Mm-hmm. It's been there. So what I said before, the truth, he wants to know the truth. He's going, and everything else that's not the truth is going to get cut in order to be transformed. Mm-hmm. Because that's what we do. We transform over and over again. We shed that skin. We're no longer that person, that character, that past version. Right?
And it's not one and done. This is an ongoing
process. And then when you can accept that change is the only constant.
Right. You can deal with it better.
Yeah.
Knowing that.
And then you can look at your astrology and be like, oh, shit, I got this coming up. Yeah. This is coming up soon. How am I going to get ahead of it?
Right.
I'll do this.
Right. So just remembering that is a strategy in and of itself.
Right.
So that you just know that we're always going to be dealing with something, but we have to get ourselves into a state where we can adapt to these changes. So what things do you do to help with that?
Well, first I want to say that with astrology, like there's hope. There's always hope for you. So whatever challenging situation is going on, astrology is just there as a tool to help you navigate the energies properly. Like say, okay, this is coming up. I can expect to feel something. Mm-hmm. I can prepare myself to expect the unexpected.
So learning astrology, whether you're taking classes or even watching astrology videos, they're all going to be beneficial if you're following
knowing your own astrology. When I had my first group circle with astrology, and then my first reading with Crystal the Astrology, and I was like, how does this woman know everything about me? This is crazy.
Yeah.
But she's been my guide and teacher, and I became a student, and now I'm the teacher and the astrologer. And, you know, it's just a tool. It's a vehicle, just like meditation. So these are other things that I use. Astrology is first and foremost, and prayer, meditation.
Yes.
Movement is really big in this one because everything is energy, and we're feeling the Mars, the Pluto. There's volatility involved in this. Mm-hmm. And so if we get to move our own energy first and find a place of somewhat of a balance, or as close as you can get by doing things that you love, that are fun. But if you're down in the dumps, there's no way you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm all happy.
Right.
It's a process, but everybody's different. So
but moving your body, like whether you're happy or miserable,
everybody should do that.
Yeah.
And even if you can't get up and you're in a wheelchair, use your arms. I mean, use something. Try to use something on your body. Just make a conscious effort. Shake a little bit. Jumping jacks. Jump up and down. Walk up and down the stairs a couple extra times for the day.
Yeah.
Move the energy that's within yourself, which will be coming up, whether you like it or not.
I've been writing.
You can run, but you can't hide. That's a big message that I got.
Oh, yeah. I've been writing every morning, like before I get
Journal's
out of bed,
excellent.
just journaling. And I'm just writing what comes up. I don't even know what it is that I'm writing. I'm not looking back at it, but there could be something, that just comes into my head. I'm just writing it down.
Yes.
And I'm finding that I'm making connections. And so it's helping me in my day. Like, even if I don't even realize it at the time that I'm writing, there's just something about it that it's giving me clues as to how to move forward in different aspects of my life.
I have journal after journal, and what I've learned from that is that when you look in a mirror, you have a physical representation of what you look like. It's manifested. I see what I look like. This is my vehicle, my vessel. When you write down in a journal, it's your soul's longing. You're like, I don't even look at it. No, because it's who you are. It's where the love resides in your soul. Right? That comes out. And then when you look at those words, sometimes I look at my words, I'm like, oh, I don't remember writing that. And then it's like third person. It's like guidance can flow through you through these different tools, whether it's astrology, using a tarot, using a daily, I have, daily devotional that I use. Even in a walk can be mindful. You can get the messages that you get in people. It's just being attuned to your environment and looking at everything as an opportunity to grow and learn. That has given me, has brought me back to my faith, really, because I've had the experiences to know that everything will always work out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Being in nature, I think, is also very good.
Absolutely.
Just feel so much better just coming back. It's just a way to just recharge.
So if you're for instance, if you're Cancer, you might want to go by water, right? Yeah. If you're an Aries or a fire sign, you might want to sit by the fire. It depends on what's in your chart. Like I'm mostly fire and mostly water. It's like two opposites. So, but sometimes I'm by the water. Sometimes I just need to be by the fire. Yeah,
it's what you need. So if somebody wants to just begin to look at their own chart to learn about it, is there like a resource where they can get it from?
Yeah. So astro.com is awesome. And so is, what is it? Cafe Astrology?
Cafe Astrology. We can leave those links in the description below so that you can access those. Yeah. And that's for free.
So, and how I want to wrap this up, it's a grand cross. So it's up and down and across, and these planets are opposing each other. In the end, it's an Aries full moon. So we're all being asked to step in to our Aries and our unique Aries in every one of us. So find your fire. Find your fire. That as long as you're living, that light is not out. So what do you feel passionate about? 6 years ago, I would say, I don't know, like ice cream and children and puppies. Like I didn't have anything. I was surviving. So I wasn't, I wasn't feeling anything other than how to maintain somewhat of a okay feeling. And now it's like, wow, I can do anything I want to do.
I was just thinking that Aries is a cardinal energy, as you described. So it's getting started.
Yeah.
And some of those things that we were talking about, like moving your body, to move the energy, to start writing, to walk, to get into nature, that's giving you this little push to be able to get started. Because I know so much, like I've gone through this before. I've gone through years of feeling very blocked creatively.
Yeah.
But this is like an opportunity to get started. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that same way. They just feel blocked. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity with this Aries full moon, is to just move the energy to help get unstuck and then just go to what really brings you joy and creativity.
Think about your Aries, an Aries that and think about their personality. Like, let's do this, let's have fun, let's go. How does she do that? Right? think about that, just, or tap into like what we did, that inner child work, like tap into when you were a child, like what made you feel like a superhero. What is your superhero? What did you like to do as a child? What do you feel comfortable doing? Maybe it's behind closed doors, but don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't be afraid to be seen. You need to be seen. People need to see who you are, who I am, who we are, so that we can connect together from a place of love and not hate.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So
yeah, it's not a selfish thing to shine your light, because somebody might need that light. They might need to see it. And we're all here to shine our lights with each other so that we can, collectively come together and share our talents and what makes us joyful.
And that joy gives us hope.
Yeah.
We feel hope for the times that we're going through. And, that's all we can do.
It's our birthright to feel joyful.
Life's supposed to be fun, man. Yeah. Thank God. I'm sorry. I mean, it is. It is. Have a good time. It took me a long time to be able to get here. Mm-hmm. To say, what, I'm just going to have fun today.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, we all have responsibilities, but scheduling a time or making it a priority is necessary.
Even 5 or 10 minutes can really make a difference.
Absolutely.
In your day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, this was fun.
I
know. So,
all right. Well, thanks for watching. We hope you got some good things out of this. All right. Yeah. Bye.